This program has been classified for general viewing.
Once a jolly swagman, he camped by a billabong under the shade of a coolabah tree, and he sang as he watched and waited till his billy boiled. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me, waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda. You'll come a
Sawadee Ka, and welcome to Thai Oz Talk, wherever you are in the world today. I'm Jaye Walton for NBT, National Broadcasting Thailand, for the Thai Global Network, and we always remind you, I know, that we're in 176 countries now. And of course, not forgetting Adelaide's Channel 31 in South Australia, where their viewing area has increased dramatically in the last few months. Every week at this time, I have the pleasure and the privilege of sharing with you this marvellous green tropical park and the beautiful sparkling blue pool here at Swiss Hotel Nilert Park. It really is an opportunity to be in the most gorgeous resort in the very centre of a bustling metropolis. Wherever you are, you would enjoy being here. In today's program, we're going to have a touch of the ultimate luxury. I think when things are down a little bit and you might not feel so good, you need to boost yourself up. And there's no better way to do that than from Lotus Art de Vivre. We're going to talk about the hotel actually in today's program, and we're going to look at a very famous Bangkokian and talk about his career pre-Parliament, during Parliament and post-Parliament. I'm delighted today to welcome back to the program my friend and worker together, I suppose, because we both enjoy beautiful things, Mr. Rolf von Bueren, the chairman of Lotus Arts de Vivre. Welcome back to the program. Sawadee Ka. It's lovely for you to come back because you epitomise, you and your family, great beauty. You create beauty out of unusual things. And I do think that everybody's a little bit flat at the moment, so it's a good idea to think about beautiful things. The family are very involved, aren't they?
They are. Everybody is involved in our business.
It began with your wife designing, didn't it?
That's right. Yeah.
I remember, it's a long time ago. We've been talking
nearly
about...
30 years.
Nearly 30. Well, it's about 20 since we've been talking together, I think. And that was when I became aware of her talent. But now, Lotus Art de Vivre is known around the world in prestigious locations, isn't it?
Yes, we are. We are in New York, Tokyo,
London.
In most places, one way or another. Sometimes we have own shops, or we have shop-in-shops, or we are represented by people.
Have you many shops of your own freestanding?
We have quite a few. We have shops of our own in Cambodia, in Singapore, of course in Thailand.
Oh, well, yes.
Yes, and but most of the others are in collaboration with other famous people. Like in Tokyo, we are with the biggest retailer in Ginza. It's a huge shop, and Motoyama, San Motoyama, and they're wonderful people.
Does it mean that you travel a lot?
We all travel a lot. In New York, we are in Bergdorf and Goodman.
Yes. Now, this is a very good relationship for you, isn't it?
Well, it is very prestigious.
Yes.
Because they have 34 designers, which they consider the best in the world. And if anybody wants to come in, somebody has to leave. They won't have not one more.
Is that so?
Yes, and any rich person visiting New York has to go to Bergdorf Goodman.
Yes.
And if there is a film somewhere in Hollywood and they want to say something about luxury, then they say, this is Bergdorf.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a real branding almost, isn't it,
That's
of
right.
quality and wealth. You're going to have an exhibition there, aren't you?
Yes, we're going to have an exhibition on November the 5th. Only private invitation and interviews 30 of their biggest customers.
Isn't that wonderful to have an exhibition for 30 people? What type of things are you going to show them, Rolf?
Well, we are moving on all the time. Always have new products. And many of our customers are collecting our items. So we always bring the latest. And this so-called crisis, or that crisis we are facing now, has actually limited the sales of smaller items, while the bigger items are booming.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
This is a marvellous, in fact it's two, isn't it, put
It's
together?
It's two that can be separated or worn together.
Made from beetle's wings.
Yes, the beetle wings, the famous scarab.
Yes.
That was a mythological animal with the Egyptians and with the Chinese. The Chinese emperor would die, they would put a jade beetle in his mouth and into his ears, hoping that the emperor would be born again like that scarab beetle reproduces, which is the miraculous thing. He rolls a ball with his eggs in there that is much bigger than him up a hill. And when it arrives there, it's in the sun for a little time, and then the young beetles come out. And that has fascinated humanity ever since they observed it.
Well, are you surprised?
No, I'm not
Because
surprised.
it is fascinating.
It is very, very special.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
This is another beautiful piece. And what's the black with it?
That's a dragon, and it's it's totally movable. So you can put it on,
goodness.
and you can move it up the arm, down the arm, and
It's gorgeous. What are these made from?
these are malab beads, or we call it the Kismet range. Every belief in this world has this kind of rosaries,
Yes.
whether they are Hindu or whether they are Tibetan
Greek.
or the Muslims.
The
or
Greeks have the beads.
everybody has them, and they're playing with them. And we do them in black ebony wood, and we have gold inlay, which is a particular technique of ours, very time consuming and quite difficult to do.
Rolf, just quickly tell me about this piece because it's extraordinary.
Well, that is a little handbag, and it's being opened by pressing the legs. So,
How clever that is.
and there are real diamonds on it,
How
and
exquisite. Look at that. That is superb.
it's a very nice. But we can do only 3 of those per year.
I'm sure. Just quickly tell me, where can people find you, for instance, in London? Oh, I know, Burlington Arcade.
No, it's not. We're in Walton Street.
That's a good name. I thought you used to have your slippers in Burlington Arcade.
Oh yes, but
I
they're
think your
sold
slippers
all
there,
over.
but you
Yeah,
have
yes.
your own shop, do you?
No, we don't. We are with somebody else.
Yeah.
And
So London, Paris.
Paris,
New
no,
York.
we don't have anything. Because, Europe is a little bit minimalistic. It starts actually for us with our big and exuberant pieces. Starts Italy, and becomes very hot in Turkey, and then the Middle East, and of course America. The Americans are very open to new design
Oh,
and
yes,
to
they like
fancy
something
things.
new.
They love that. And Asia. I mean, Asia is a great market for us.
Well, as long as you keep coming back to Thai Oz Talk, I'll be very happy, and I'll be wearing my slippers. Thank you very much for joining me today. After this little reminder, I'll introduce my next guest to you.
Once a jolly